Okay, this video covers some problems from section 1.2, and we're going to jump down to 15 to 34, and what we're doing there is we're just combining those numbers. And just like we've done before, if we look at something like 23, it says -1 plus a -2. Okay, so we look at those two numbers. The numbers have the same signs. They're both negative. When the signs are the same, we add the numbers up and we put the sign that they have common with each other on our answer. When we look at one like 27, we have 4 plus -12. Now, what do we see there? We're adding those together. We see our 4 is positive, our 12 is negative. The signs are different. So we take the difference between 4 and 12. The difference between 4 and 12 is 8. And we put the sign of the largest number, in this case the 12, on our answer, and we get -8. On problems 35 to 38, they have tables there. Maybe it looks a little bit weird how they have that, but really all they're asking you to do is take the first number, like on number 35, 5, and add it to -3. So 5 plus -3. So the signs are different. You take the difference between the two, which is 2, and you put the sign of the largest number, which is 5, on your answer. So 5 plus -3. Signs are different. You take the difference between the two, you get a 2, and the largest number is a 5, and it's positive, so your answer is a +2. So that's what they want you to do to 35 to 38. They've just got those little bit of confusing tables. We did some problems very similar to 39 to 48 in the last section. So let's jump up to number 52. Okay, so there's number 52, and one of the things about addition and subtraction, when you get a long list like that, it really doesn't matter what order you do these in, but normally you just go from left to right. Boy, if you can hear the birds in the background, I am out at a cabin in the wilderness of Alaska on an island on a huge lake out on my front deck in the evening. So that's why you hear the birds and the little noises out there. So try to listen to me over the racket. All right, so let's look first of all at these two numbers. One's positive, one's negative. 20 is positive, 15 is negative. And the rule was if you have two numbers of opposites or different signs, you take the difference between the two numbers. The difference between 20 and 15 is 5. Put the sign of the largest number on your answer and you're done. So we've done that. Now we've got plus 30. See, I'm just kind of working my way to the right. Positive 5 plus 30, signs are the same. You just add the numbers up, put the sign, and we're done with that. So we've gotten the 30 out of the way. Now we've got a plus a -18. All right, what do we have here? Signs are different, so we take the difference between 35 and 18, which in this case is going to be 17. And we have a positive 35 and -18. You put the sign of the largest number on your answer, and we get a positive 17 for our answer. So when you're given these long strings of numbers to add and subtract, just go from left to right and start adding, except, of course, when you're down on numbers like 63 to 66, when they have all the different brackets and things. Do what's in the brackets first, and then add the two sets of brackets once you're done. Okay, let's look at some of the story problems, applying the concepts. Let's look at number, 88. While playing blackjack, a person loses $17 on his first hand, then wins 14, and then loses 21. Write the situation using positive and negative numbers and addition, then simplify. So they're trying to figure out, in the end, whether this guy lost or won any money. So he started out losing $17. So when you lose $17, you are $17 in the hole, in the red, below zero, to the left of zero on the number line, however you want to say it. You have minus $17 now. Then you win $14. So we're going to add $14 here. And let's see. And then you lose $21. And we're going to put those three numbers together and figure out what our answer is. So one of the ways when we start out using negative numbers is we start out with just using plus signs. Now notice this is we lost 21. Another way of writing this is plus negative 21. Okay? They mean the exact same thing. Subtracting 21 and adding negative 21 are the same thing. But I always encourage students who are new or struggle with the negatives to write everything as a plus sign. And when you see a negative sign like here, just put the negative on the 21 and put a plus sign in front of it. Like I did here. I put the negative 21 in the parentheses and I put a plus sign in front of it. Pretty soon you'll get to a point where you don't have to do that, but initially it does really help because then you're just adding numbers together. And it brings us to what we had said earlier. When our signs are different, we take the difference and put the sign of the largest on there. And see, that works when you add numbers. It doesn't work when you subtract. So that's why I changed it to a plus negative 21. Now look what I've got here. I've got a negative 3 and a negative 21. The signs are the same. When the signs are the same, you add, and you put the sign on your answer. The signs that were the same. And so this character ended up losing $24 playing blackjack. Okay, so those are the kind of story problems they're asking you to do here in section 1.2.